we are going to discuss in a bit more details on the current and voltage characteristic for a common emitter configuration. Okay, common emitter configuration CE, and we are going to take a look at the input characteristic. So for CE configuration, the input will be from the base. Okay, so the input characteristic are going to be the input current IB against the input voltage VBE for several output voltage. Okay, the VCE. So we are going to obtain this graph. Okay, where we have the input current at the base. Okay, with the voltage at the base to the emitter, the input voltage, and we have several output voltage VCE at 1, 10 and 20 volt. So looking at the graph, we are going to find that when IB is equal to 0 ampere, okay, when IB is 0, we are going to have the input voltage VBE is less than 0.7 volt. Okay, it's less than 0.7 volt, it will be 0. It will stay the same 0 for any output voltage 1, 10 and 20. But when VBE, okay, the input voltage VBE increase larger than 0.7 volt, this is specifically for silicon, then the input current are going to have certain value. Okay, and basically we also going to have the result will be the same for any output voltage VCE 110 or 20 volt. So we can basically say that the transistor is turned on when the input voltage VBE is equal to 0.7 volt or larger. Okay, secara mudah dia, pada input voltage 0.7 volt, transistor itu akan membenarkan arus untuk mengalir, dan kita boleh katakan 0.7 volt 0.7 volt ni adalah nilai voltage yang berfungsi sebagai switch. And then we also are going to take a look at the output characteristic. So tadi kita tengok input characteristic, sekarang kita tengok output pula. So in the output characteristic, we are going to take a look at the output current, the current at the collector IC, against the output voltage, okay, the voltage at the collector VCE for several input current IB. Okay, so ada beberapa input current yang kita akan tengok, and we are going to obtain a result, okay, where it's going to look like this. Okay, and basically we are going to have three different kind of operating region. Okay, the first one is the saturation region. Okay, the saturation region is when the both junction between the collector base and the base and emitter are going to be forward bias, and the current at the collector IC increase linearly with the value of voltage VCE, of the output voltage VCE. So this is the saturation region. So it is located at this part. And then we have the cut-off region, where cut-off region is where both junction are reverse bias, and the IB, the input current at the base, is very small, and essentially no currents at the collector will flow. IC will be equal to 0, IC, and we can say that IC is essentially 0 with the increasing of the output voltage VCE. Okay. So the cut-off region is here. Okay, and then we have the active region. in which the transistor can act as a linear amplifier where the BE junction, the base and emitter junction, is forward bias, but the BC junction, the base and collector junction, is reverse bias. And therefore, we are going to have the current at the collector IC, the output current at the collector, increase drastically, although on the small changes of the input current at the base IB. So the active region is located here. So we can say that the saturation and the cut-off regions is the area in which the transistor acts as a switch. Okay, and then the active region is where the transistor operates as an amplifier. Okay, because basically it will amplify a small input current, and it will amplify to obtain relatively large output current at the collector. Okay, transistor as amplifier. So let's take a look at one circuit example where transistor is being used as amplifier. So we have the transistor NPN, VB, VE, and VC, the nodal voltage at the base, emitter, and the collector. We have the resistor at the base, resistor at the collector, and resistor at the emitter. We have input voltage at the base 4 volt, and input voltage at the collector 12 volt. So we are going to assume that this is a common emitter mode. So when we say this common emitter mode, so remember that the base PE are going to be the input and CE are going to be the output. And we are going to assume that this circuit is in linear active region, and it also have a significant current gain. So when you say that it is in linear active region, it means that the value of VBE must be equal to 0.7 volt or larger. So we are going to use 0.7 volt for the value of the voltage between base and emitter, VBE. Let the gain is 80, beta 80, VB is 2 volt and VE is 1.3 volt. So from here we can easily find out that the VBE will be 0.7 volt. So basically it shows that it is in the active region. And the question asks to find the value of IC and VC. Okay, IC and VC, the current at the collector and the voltage at the collector. So we are going to start with finding VBE. Okay, VB minus VE, we are going to get 0.7 volt. And then we are going to find the current for IB at the base. And we can use the Ohm's law, VBB minus VB over RB. So this is from the nodal analysis, is equal to 4 minus 2 over 40 kilo ohm, and we should get the value for the current IB is 50 microamp. Okay, and then we need to find the current at the collector. Okay, kita boleh guna cara yang sama juga, where we have the beta given is 80 and IB is 50 microamp. So we can find IC is 4 milliamp. And then we can find, so now we have found IC, current at the collector. Okay, we need to find VC. So VC is equal to VCC minus IC times RC. This is from the Ohm's law. VCC is 12 volt. IC we obtain 4 milliamp times RC 1 kilo ohm. So we should get VC is equal to 8 volt. And if you want to proceed, okay, we can also find the value of the voltage between collector and emitter, okay, the output voltage, VC minus VE, and we should get VC is 8 and VE is 1.3, and we should get VC is 6.7 volt. Okay. Of course, if you want to proceed to find VBC is also possible. Okay, sama saja method dia. VBC akan jadi VBC going to be VB minus VC. So we have VB is 2 minus VC is 8 volt. So we should get negative 6. So basically VBC is in this direction. Okay, we should have VCB. Sorry, VCB is equal to 6 volt. Okay. Okay. So there will be some steps that we have to remember in order to analyze a BJT circuit, and basically this step is going to be the same for any kind of problems or questions. So first, okay, to analyze a BJT circuit, first we need to assume. In some cases, the assumption is already given. Okay, maybe it's mentioned in the question that the BJT is in active region, saturation region, or in cut-off region. But if it's not given, then we need to assume either one, active, saturation, or cut-off region. And then we need to enforce this information based on our assumption. So if the BJT is in active region, then we are going to assume we are going to enforce, we are going to use the value for VBE is 0.7 volt. Okay, but if the transistor is PNP, then VEB is 0.7 volt. And then we are going to define the IC is equal to beta IB, or IC is equal to alpha IE. If the BJT is in saturation region, okay, the BE is forward bias, then similarly we are going to use VBE equal to 0.7 volt, VEB equal to 0.7 volt, okay, and VCE will be 0.2 volt, VEC equal to 0.2 volt. So this value is automatically used for a saturation region. And if the BJT is in cut-off region, then all the terminals will be reverse bias, so there will be no current flow. So we can easily rule out that the current for collector, base, and emitter is all equal to 0. So it will be the easiest part if we assume the BJT is in cut-off. Next, we are going to analyze and find the unknowns value in the circuit. So for active region, we need to find at least one current, either IC, IB, or IE. Okay, kita tinggal cari salah satu. Dan nak cari salah satu tu, kita gunakan equation yang kita dah ada tadi lah. IC sama dengan beta IB, ataupun kita gunakan equation daripada KCL. Okay. And we also need to find one voltage, either VCE or VCB. Okay, the voltage between collector to emitter ataupun collector to the base. Okay, kalau kita dah jumpa VCE ataupun VCB, secara automatik kita boleh cari voltage yang lain. Sama juga, current ni pun sama. Kalau kita dapat cari IB, automatik kita boleh cari IC. Okay, kalau kita dah dapat IC, kita boleh cari IB dan seterusnya. For PNP, we need to find voltage either VEC or VBC. For saturation region, okay, we need to analyze and calculate the at least two currents, either IC, IB or IE. Okay, kita cari dua daripada tiga current ni. For cut-off region, we need to find at least two voltage, either VBE, VCE or VCB for NPN. for PNP, this is PNP. For PNP, it will be to find two voltage VEB, VEC, or VBC. And then once we obtain all the value, we can check our answer. Okay, if it's in active region, then the CB junction reverse bias, the value of VCB must be larger than 0 volt for NPN. For PNP, the value for VBC, terbalik je lah. Okay. Ataupun VCE must be larger than 0.7 volt for NPN. For PNP, the VEC must be larger than 0.7 volt. And the BE junction must be in forward bias, where the current at the base must be larger than 0. Dia tak boleh kosong lah. Kalau dia kosong, dia cut off lah maksud dia. And then we have the saturation region. The common emitter current gain is less than the beta. So we can check IC must be less than beta IB. Okay, sebab dalam saturation region. Okay, dia tak berfungsi sebagai amplifier. Okay, kalau nilai IC lebih besar, sama ataupun lebih besar daripada beta IB, maksudnya dia mengalami amplification. Bermaksud dia bukan dalam saturation region, dia ada dalam active region. And then all currents must be positive. IC equal to IB equal to IE larger than 0, must be positive in the saturation region. In the cut-off region, okay, VBE must be less than 0 for NPN, and VCB must be larger than 0 for NPN. So let's take a look at one example. We have again transistor NPN. Okay, so if you realize the similarity between all example, okay, we are going to have the current, we are going to have a load resistor, and we are going to have input voltage at the base and at the collector. Okay, there will be two input voltage. In this example, the gain beta is 100, so we need to find IB, IC, and VCE. Okay, so let's try answering this last example. Okay, so we are going to use KVL for to obtain equations between the base and emitter. So we are going to write B base emitter, KVL would be, so we are going to take a look at the base and emitter. Using KVL, we are going to assume that this is in one complete loop. So we are going to get 4 volt, okay, 4 volt, this part is equal to 40 kilo ohm times the current IB, okay, plus voltage VBE, okay, VBE, plus 1 kilo ohm IE. Okay, and then we are going to make one more equation between collector and the emitter based on KVL. So the collector and emitter, we are going to imagine that this is in one complete loop, and similarly we are going to get the equation in KVL. 12 volt equal to 1000 IC, okay, IC here, plus VCE plus 10 1 kilo ohm, 1 kilo ohm. So we are going to assume that the BJT is in cutoff. Okay, and we are going to check either it is true or not. So when we say that it's in cutoff, it means that I B will be equal to 0, equal to IC equal to IE. Okay, and we are going to use this value inside the BE KVL equation. So this is our first equation, and this is your second equation. So from the BE KVL, if we replace the value IB, IC, and IE equal to 0, we are going to get that 4 equal to I'm going to write again. So this is equal to 0, okay, plus VBE plus 1000 IE. So this is also equal to 0. So we should get VBE is equal to 4 volt. And this value, VBE, is larger than 0.7 volt. And therefore, we know that the BJT is not in cut-off region, but instead it is in active region. It is larger than 0.7. So we are going to use VBE is equal to 0.7 volt, and we are going to use IB will be larger than 0. The IB will be larger than 0. But we cannot find IB right away because in this equation we still have IE. Okay, kita dah ada VBE 0.7, tak boleh cari IB sebab kita ada IE. So kita ada dua equation, maksudnya kita boleh gantikan lah. Okay, so let's proceed with the BE KVL. Again, 4 equal to 40,000 IB plus, okay, VBE is 0.7 plus, before that, okay, we should remember that we need to enforce that IC is equal to beta IB. Okay, if we look at the slide in the previous slide, and also we are going to enforce or make one more equation. So this is going to be our third equation, and IB should be according to the KCL equal to IB plus IC. So IC is beta IB, so we should get IB beta plus 1. So this is equation number 4. So if we proceed with our equation here, 0.7 is the VBE plus IE, okay, 1 kilo ohms times IE. So we should get IB, so beta is 100 plus 1. So if we simplify this equation, we are going to get IB and IB. So we can calculate, and we should get IB is equal to 23.4 microamp. So now we have obtained the value of IB. So easily in the equation number 3, IC is equal to beta IB. So we can obtain the value for IC by multiplying with 100. So we are going to get 2.34 milliamp. And of course, once we get IB and IC, we can easily calculate IE. Okay, and that's why in the previous slide, we need to find either one from the current IB, IC ataupun IE. Jadi terpulanglah kalau kita nak cari IE, kita boleh proceed dengan equation CE KVL nombor 2. Okay, jadi contoh ni kita cari nilai IB dulu. So IE would be IB plus IC. We should get 2.36 milliamp. Now from the CE KVL, 12 equal to 1000 IC plus VCE plus 1000 IE. Okay, we should get VCE is equal to 12 minus 4.7 volt, and we are going to get 7.3 volt. So we can put as conclusion that VCE is equal to 7.3 volt, and the BJT is in active linear region. We have also VBE equal to 0.7 volt, IB equal to 23.4 microamp, IC equal to 2.34 milliamp, and IE equal to 2.36 milliamp. So we managed to find the answer for IB, IC, and VCE. Okay, so VCE 7.3, IB 23.4, IC is 2.34 milliamp. So that's it for this example. Okay, remember we need to start by creating equations using KVL between the base and the collector to the common terminal. In this case, the common terminal is the emitter. So we are going to create KVL antara B dan E dan C dan E, and then we are going to enforce. We are going to assume either one, is it in cutoff or in saturation or in active, and then proceed with enforcing the value IB equal to 0, IC, IE equal to 0, and then we are going to check. Okay, for this case, the value for VBE is larger than 0.7, so we should use active region instead. Okay, and we are going to use the value for VBE is 0.7 volt. The current must be larger than 0, and that is being satisfied once we calculate. We got IB is 23.4 microamp, so it is larger than 0. It means that it is in active region. Then we have to use the equation for the gain and also the equation from the KCL IE equal to IB plus IC. Okay, then what we have to do next is just mathematics. We just to solve the equations to obtain the value for IB, IC, and then the value for VCE. So I end this video with two exercises. So please answer this exercise and submit through the assignment pod available in Kalam, okay, according to your section. So the first exercise, we have a figure with a transistor PNP. Okay, PNP transistor. Determine the emitter current. Okay, you need to find the IE and the collector base voltage. You need to find the VCB. Assume the BJT has 0.6 offset voltage. Okay, the value for VEB is 0.6 volt, and that's it. Okay, you need to find these two unknowns. Then we also The second exercise, okay, a different circuit, similar to the one that we have answered in the example. For the circuit given, find the value of VBB. Okay, define this input voltage that yields a collector current IC 6.3 milliamp. And what is the corresponding collector emitter voltage VCE? Assume that VBE is 0.6 volt and that the transistor is in the active region. So the assumption is given. Okay, you can proceed with the next step that has been explained in the previous slide. Assume that the values as shown here, RB, RE, RC, beta, gain, and VCC is 14 volt. So please answer these two questions and submit through the pod in Kalam. And that's it for our video today. Thank you and see you again.